across borders. It's a powerful example of the importance of community. Please join me in welcoming national champion Pierce and his mom, Aubrey. Woo!
I am 10 years old, and I'm very happy to be here with all you today. When I was 22 months old, I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, a rare form of blood cancer. Since then, I've had 19 surgeries, 31 platelet transfusions, 16 blood transfusions, and 1 bone marrow transplant. My bone marrow transplant is special because there are over 44 million people in the National Bone Marrow Registry, but even with all those people, I didn't have a match. So the doctors at Children's Hospital Los Angeles searched all over the world and they found a match, a woman in France who never met me, but she still chose to help me. Because of her, I was able to get my transplant. My blood type has changed from A positive to a O negative, just like my donor. On the day of my transplant, my parents wrote a letter. My mom's going to share you that letter with you.
Hi everyone, my name is Aubrey Kelly, and I have the pleasure of being the mother of this young man. You did awesome. So is it okay if I have you hold the letter? I might get a little emotional. Is that all right? So his blood type has changed thanks to a donor from across the globe. When your child is fighting for their life, hope can come in unexpected places. And for our family, that came from a stranger across the world. On the day of Pierce's transplant, we were able to write her a letter, and we had it translated into French. And I know some of our Canadian families that are here, and folks from Canada, you could probably help us with it. You could have helped us with the translation. But with your approval, I would like to read you the letter that we wrote to her, and I'll share the letter that we wrote back, or that we received back. Does that sound good? So on July 21st, 2017, which is your bone marrow birthday, this kid gets to celebrate 2 birthdays, it's not fair. These are the words that we wrote to his donor. And for compliance reasons, we had to keep it anonymous. To our son's donor, the appreciation and gratitude we have for you is not something we're able to easily express. Your selfless act gives us hope of a cure for our child. No doubt we have some long days ahead, but today we have hope. Perspective is a funny thing, this intersection of our son's illness and the willingness of a stranger, you, to step forward to help, has given us newfound perspective and gratitude. Gratitude for life, for time with our kids, and for humanity. No matter the outcome, we hope to personally someday thank you and express our appreciation. And our entire family is wishing you a speedy recovery. We think of you daily, and we are forever indebted to you, the parents of your recipient. Now, that was July 21st of 2017, and on January 18th, we received this letter back. And it's in French, and we framed it, as you can see, and it sits in our home above our mantle as a daily reminder of the kindness that just exists in the world, and of the network of people that it takes to save a child's life. And here's what she wrote. Bonjour, that's good morning. That's about the extent of my French. So, this is the English translation. I would like to thank you for your card and for your words, which were very moving to me, and which may have helped me better understand the importance and the reality of those few days at the hospital. I thought it was beautiful the idea of sharing between people in the world. And your note largely confirmed that for me. I believe we'll have a link for a long time somewhere between us. When you skin your knee, you say it's French blood, right? But I hope that you will soon forget the idea that you are indebted to me. To the little boy, the older boy, or the young man, I wish that you can do whatever you like to take advantage of your time, to discover beautiful things, to laugh and cry sometimes, to share moments, to be able to cuddle, to love and continue to be loved, and to be happy. A beautiful life to you. To you all, my thoughts are with you. I'm going to turn it around. And it's a person, it's a woman gardening. And this frame didn't travel very well, so I got to take it into the frame when we get back home to Los Angeles. But isn't that gorgeous? Now we're one family that has an honor to be here today. And we get to talk a little bit about a network. And a network works a little bit like magic, right? And I've been thinking that there's two really big components of a network, and it's connection and it's timing. And last night I got to witness something that truly stopped me in my tracks. It was getting late, about 9:30, which for us folks on the Pacific Standard Time, it's ready for a second line of dinner. And I went to look for my kids who had been swimming here at Marriott with some of their new friends. And I saw something that I didn't expect. About 16, 17 kids were made up of a number of champions and their siblings were sitting together in the spa. And I don't think they were getting in any compliance issues. They were just having their feet in the spa, sitting on the outside. It was definitely at capacity though. But they were quiet. And one child was sharing their story. And then they clapped. And then another child shared, and they listened, and they clapped. And I joined the parents, and we just stood there listening, not wanting to interrupt what I can only describe as magic. And it just happened last night. Because that's where a network begins, right? It's a connection. It's the courage to be vulnerable. And then there's this crazy element of timing. And there may be a moment when these kids look back on last night and they reconnect. A moment when they draw on the confidence that they found here over these next few days, and they rely on each other to be able to take a leap, to travel, to go support a friend facing surgery. And we as a family, we had a moment like that. A moment where everything came down to timing. The ability for a complete stranger across the world to register in this registry, where Children's Hospital Los Angeles doctors said, no, we have an answer for you, and we're going to go international. And that donor said yes, and at that right time, this woman in France who never met her son, but chose to help him anyway. And it's because of that moment, it's because someone showed up that we never got to meet. Pierce is here right now. And because of this moment, because of this community, these kids can carry something forward that they never knew they had. The families that are being treated at children's hospitals benefit from the individuals here today. And it's not just a network, but it's when a network actually shows up at exactly the right time. And if we build a network like that, just imagine the impact. The power that we have to give more kids a chance. More kids a chance to grow up. More kids a chance to laugh. More kids a chance to be able to discover beautiful things and have a chance to live a beautiful life. Because when we show up for each other and when they take those small steps and when we come together at just the right moment, maybe with a little bit of pixie dust, that network has a name. And that name is called Creating Miracles. And it's what every single person in this room is doing. And to all the champions there today, a beautiful life to